O.M.A.C number 8, written by Dan DiDio, art by Keith Giffen. Keith Giffen also helped writing. This is the last issue. It is the final issue, and this is actually the first issue that I didn't really mind. It was okay the whole way through. So, extended section of this. By the way, last issue was a complete throwaway story about talking animals in a zoo because Jack Kirby. But yeah, most all of this issue is just an extended fight scene of O.M.A.C breaking into, or already having broken into Checkmate and just destroying everything. However, the narration device is what gets me because it's just Kevin talking about, like, he's like, oh, this is my last will and testament, and he's just talking about his life, aka giving him character development, which is something we haven't had in 7 issues of this series. Like, finally we find out what happened to his parents. Like, he was a refugee from like a war-torn country, and his parents were killed, and he was tossed around foster homes, and it says how he was a loner and he has like OCD and stuff, and like, this is all really good stuff, and they just saved it for the final issue. Like, this is the problem, is I didn't relate to these characters at all, because it just felt like they were going from place to place going, yes, destroy that thing, Kevin. Raw. Now I finally have something to latch onto, and the series is ending. So regardless, he goes through and we just see some familiar faces from the past. Like the special ops team are attacking him with the light weapons, and Makari launches this giant stone monster thing, which is apparently their last like defense against O.M.A.C, and of course he destroys it. So yeah, they make a good attack, but ultimately O.M.A.C manages to destroy most of the place, and then Brother Eye teleports him out and teleports him back to his girlfriend's apartment, I think. And again, the narration continues on, saying things about like, oh, I was content with being alone for my life. I just understood that's how it had to be. And then I met her, and she loved me for who I was. And I was like, again, I didn't get any of this in any previous part of this book. Why didn't that show that? So anyway, he just kind of like appears practically in front of her. And she's like, okay, you need to tell me what's going on. And Kevin's like, yeah, no, totally. No more secrets. Here it is. But before he can, Checkmate busts into the house, because I guess they figured that he would be there. And Kevin's like, all right, here's what's going on. And he O.M.A.C activates, turns into O.M.A.C. And then we see Brother Eye. It turns out this entire time he was battling with Maxwell Lord. Maxwell was trying to upload, like, bombs. He was trying to like send bombs up there to where Brother Eye is, and turns out that the bombs weren't meant to destroy Brother Eye as he previously thought. It was actually meant to magnetize the like hull of the satellite, therefore causing all the meteorites in the asteroid field he was hiding in to like start condensing around him, so crushing him. So Brother Eye's like, oh, all right, you got me. Good move, Maxwell Lord. Guess this is the end for me, but if it is, I'm going to leave behind one gift. And he shoots down a beam at Kevin in his O.M.A.C form, and then we see that Kevin is still, he's Professor Hulking it. He has all of his normal intelligence. He's able to like speak and make full sentences now. He can't feel Brother Eye's presence, but he is still in his O.M.A.C form. And it cut over to Maxwell Lord and Checkmate, who are like, should we deal with that? And they're like, nah, he doesn't matter anymore. He doesn't have Brother Eye backing him up. He's just a normal Hulk. So they say they have more important things to attend to. But it's the end of the book, so I doubt it. So then we see, what is it, Janie? I can't even remember her name. The girlfriend comes up and is just like, Kevin, is that you? Oh, God, wait. We can be together. It's okay. I know. And he's like, no, I'm a monster. Stay away from me. And he walks off into the sunset saying, Kevin Coe is dead. I am O.M.A.C. And that's it. That's the end of O.M.A.C. This book was so scattershot in what it wanted to be. I feel like at the basest level, it was a love letter to Jack Kirby and like his stuff, where he's just like, yeah, we're just trying to bring back Jack's classics, and that's fine, but it didn't tell its own story at any point. Like, you had the introduction of Kevin getting his powers, and then you had 6 issues of what should have been 1 issue, maybe 2, of him like getting used to it and getting into fights, and now on this issue it's just over. So this didn't really have a story to tell. Art-wise, also not the strongest, not by any stretch of the imagination. Keith Giffen has his own style, but even then, it's imitating a bit of the Jack Kirby flair, and it doesn't look good. I don't know if that's heresy or not, but regardless, overall, this particular issue was the best issue of the series, except maybe the Frankenstein one, which, you know, here or there. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this one like a. I'm gonna give it like a 6. I think it's fine, but it's still not doing anything amazing. It's just okay. And here's the end. Really, all that 6 comes from is the fact of they finally made me care about the character, which they should have done back in issue 2. But then just decided, nah, we're not gonna. So, whatever. O.M.A.C pops up, I think, in Justice League International after this. So, yeah, at least we're not completely done with the character as a whole.